Good evening everybody, welcome to Apex Racing TV, welcome to the new Hampshire Motorway here in New England, and we're getting set for races 29 to 32 of the British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship, the Winter Series in the Rallycross cars. Well, hello everybody, Adam Bath here with Alex Simpson. Andrew Woodhouse may be available later on. It's just us two in the comms box for now, and Alex, look, watching the qualifying session, this looks like a track much designed for Rallycross racing, so it should be a good evening I reckon, even with the small field that we've got.
Yeah, I think we saw, didn't we, from the MX-5s that we were going to have a lower turnout today, which is absolutely fine because not many people have got the Rovals. Yeah, I still, like you say, I think this is going to be a great track for these cars. I just hope the guys have a bit of fun and out there, all six of them.
But yeah, one advantage of this is that we're kind of replicating the kind of fields that we get in the Global Rallycross and the World Rallycross Championship. We'll run you through the grid. We've got 15 seconds, so we've got plenty of time. Stephen Burke starts on the pole. The Doritos Pepsi VW Beetle on pole there. Evdoka second. Looks like it's a Beetle front row with Hefford third, Helgerson fourth, McFarlane fifth, and Callum Spencer in sixth. We're underway. Great start by Evdoka. He may even get Burke into the first corner. Watch out for the Ford as well by Hefford. Hefford's going through the middle. Contact already. Hefford into the side of Burke, and Evdoka's to take across the grass. He is back on.
Oh my!
Oh, big one, Alex.
I mean, come on, guys! It's only six of you. Have you managed to do that?
Well, he can lose it in the first corner. He definitely can't win it. And all this has resulted in is that Hefford is now up into second place, and a nice, healthy 2.5 second advantage here as Evdoka says, "Oi, Hefford, come back up the inside of you here," as went onto the outfield section.
Who's that behind them as well? Ross McFarlane as well, just sort of like drifting it in there.
Well, it is known as the carousel, that left-hander. I think you can see plenty of action around there. Drivers pretty much learning their way around the track in the qualifying, in the 10-minute qualifying session that we had.
Burke is away, he's 3 seconds clear. Just to show what getting through the first corner can do.
Oh, Hefford finding his own route here. This is going to allow Evdoka up the inside. They're just so close to that concrete wall on the exit. At the end of the opening lap, Burke leads. Evdoka second, Hefford third, McFarlane fourth, Thorstein Helgerson in fifth, and Callum Spencer in sixth. Of course, a reverse grid will be in operation today, and if you finish in last, like Callum Spencer currently is at the moment, then you will be on the pole. So all isn't over yet for Beetle and Spencer, and we have seen the last few weeks, Alex, that he is pretty good behind the wheel, and this one's got a few wins, and if he does finish in last, then he probably does stand a good chance of getting the win in the second race.
Yeah, if we have a repeat of what we've just seen with, and let's allow Burke to jump 3.5 seconds clear. I mean, he's got a great opportunity here, and like I say, if it happens again in the same the next race, whoever's on the pole's got an opportunity.
What a first lap of the race it was by Stephen Burke. That's not good though.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there from Stephen. Overdriving, doesn't really need to.
That has brought the gap down a little bit. We're talking tenths as they come over the line. Burke does a 1:74, 1:03.5 actually. So I said tenths, a few seconds have been taken out, and a new fastest lap of the race by Thorstein Helgerson, who currently sits in fifth, 1:03.7. And Burke's slowing. Burke must have a slowdown, and it means Alex at the lead has quickly changed to the blinking of an eye.
I think you do get a slowdown if you run wide past the chicane, don't you? It slows you down because you're just sort of extending.
Yeah.
And yeah, bit Stephen there.
You're almost taking the
hard,
oval.
so yeah, you just push too hard, and yeah, now it's on. But at least we got a race for the lead. Indeed,
we have. Thorstein Helgerson may have suffered the same fate because Spencer is now through into fifth. Helgerson down to sixth, and this has allowed Ross McFarlane to get involved as well. The man who's learning the track by each lap. He did say in the qualifying session that he's been learning the track, and yeah, he wants to get a top 6 finish. I think there's a pretty good chance of that happening, don't you, as he come out the final corner?
I think he might do.
Well, David Baker will be very happy with the 6th place here. Held on for it, possibly. Also, Baker will be racing with many others as sideways goes Steve Hefford. Going to try and go everything he can. I think one of the only cars that's got damage here to the front of his car. Ross McFarlane has actually got a bit as well to the front left. 7 tenths of a second between Evdoka and Burke as we approach the halfway mark in this opening race.
Yeah, pack's still pretty close together. I mean, obviously Callum and Helston have lost a bit of ground, but top 4, any one of these guys still got an opportunity.
The only thing at the moment, it looks like Burke is under pressure from McFarlane. Avdoka just starting to stretch his legs at the front as the whole load of cones go flying. Now back onto the oval and then back onto this infield section. Of course, Stephen Burke going wide here on the second lap of the race. And it resulted in him losing a bit more time. Now the gap is over a second as they come out of the final corner. Avdoka 1.05 second advantage at the end of lap 4. 103.3, 103.8 for Burke, a few tenths of a second slower. Also McFarlane 103.4. You can see that the Northern Lights Racing Beetle starting to close in on the Doritos Pepsi one as we're now into the second half of the race, and I think, oh, that's not gone well. But the power of 4-wheel drive means that Stephen Burke lives to fight another day.
Effort just holding on, I think, more than anything. So he just keeps missing braking points and things like that. So, like I say, he's still on the track.
Whoa. I mean, it still stands a good chance here as McFarlane goes a bit too deep into the back section of the circuit here. Even Stephen Burke looks like he's having a whirl of a time here. Did get a little bit of a tap. Either that or he took such a huge amount of curb that it unsettled the car. Four-wheel drive
fuel's going to be a problem here. That's got to be another slowdown for Burke. That's exactly what he did there. Lap 3. Maybe not.
It did lose him the lead. Oh, look at the way Hefford attacks that first corner. He overcooked it. Looks like Stephen Burke may have overcooked it as well, because Ross McFarlane may just be able to set him up here as we go through the southern chicane, cutting the turn 1 and 2 of the banking. Looks like he may have just held on though. Lap 6 of 9 now. 2/3 of the race completed, and a little bit of a lock-up there by Ross McFarlane as they try to find every last little bit of advantage as McFarlane tries to cut his own bit of the course.
Yeah, Doker away now, 2 seconds clear, so it's going to be for this battle is going to be for second place, unless we see a repeat of what happened earlier on.
No joker laps on this course.
Yeah, you know, it would be great if we could throw some of those in. If we had a little shortcut somewhere here and there.
Almost use the NASCAR turns as a form of a joker lap. Technically, you could get a slowdown penalty on purpose, and then that could be one. Oh, into the wall, both of them. McFarlane and Hefford on the exit of the final corner. Fortunately for them, they pretty much hit it square on. Don't know if it's going to have done too much damage to the front. You can clearly see Ross McFarlane hit the wall going out of the final corner. Four races of 9 laps here. And McFarlane way too deep there. Don't know whether that's the damage or that's just him overcooking it.
Easy done there as well. The slight difference that can make line-wise around here as well, you know, Steve Burke just blatantly using the grass there, cutting the corner. It doesn't need to, you know, unlike a Tuesday night where you do that, obviously you run the risk slowing down. It just really doesn't, not an issue for these cars.
Looks like a really fun track to drive, Alex, watching these guys the last few laps. Oh, like that. Hefford, I think, Burke ran wide going through the final corner. That may have cost him a bit more time, but yeah.
Hefford really so close to the wall there. I think he must have touched it.
Oh!
Totally different lines as well.
It almost looks like that Steve Hefford's just arrived from Rally Sweden, which started today. No snow and ice here, however it is pretty chilly at this time of year up in New England. Bowser, New Hampshire, where this track is based. Now 1.5 laps to go as Michael Avdoka's a 2.7 second advantage over Stephen Burke, and then it's now 1.3 seconds back to Ross McFarlane in third. Looks like it's going to be a fight between him and Steve Hefford to get the final spot on the podium here. Hefford started third on the grid, but had all sorts of issues at the start, colliding with the leader of Doka. Looks like he's been overcooking the first corner every single lap that we've pretty much been racing here as we go out the final corner and onto the final lap, Alex.
Yeah, I've got a good run here. Having a look to the inside, Heffer's been going deep. pretty much every lap. Can he adjust his line? No, not really. And slips past. And yeah, McFarlane just takes that back. Thank you very much. Oh, he turns in too early. That's allowed Hefford to get a run around the outside.
There we go then. Into the probably one of the best overtaking spots on the circuit. Look at them both locking up on the brakes. Hefford just makes it. And he has taken the final spot on the podium in the final closing stages of this opening race. I feel for Ross McFarlane a bit there. Turned in a bit too early in the southern chicane and allowed Hefford to come back at him. It looks like that it is going to be the Ford Fiesta that's going to stop the Beetle monopoly on the podium here as Michael Evdoka. A few more corners to go, and it's been pretty much an easy ride to victory since the second lap of the race. Through the final corner he goes, just don't hit that pit wall and don't hit that outside wall either. He doesn't. And Michael Evdoka takes the opening race of the day. Second is going to be Stephen Burke and third is not going to be Ross McFarlane. It's going to be Steve Hefford as they absolutely get the handbrakes on there going across the line. And Callum Spencer's going to finish in fifth. He started last. He did manage to get by Thorstein Helgeson, who has been in last since pretty much lap 3 of the race. And there we go. He'll be on the pole for the second race. And it looks like the Beetle, Alex, looking pretty strong here after the opening race.
Yeah, it does look good. I think actually it's starting to come out as a bit of a favourite, isn't it, over the course of the season.
I don't think we need to worry about a balance of performance in this car. I don't think that has been the talk of the iRacing community this week. But yeah, no need to talk about that here. We'll wait till the GT Championship gets up and running in a few weeks. Michael Evdoka then wins. Second, Stephen Burke. Third, Steve Hefford. Fourth, Ross McFarlane. Fifth, Callum Spencer. And sixth, Thorstein Helgeson. That is how they finished. And he who shall be last shall be first. Race 2, it'll be Helgeson on pole, and our race 1 winner Michael Evdoka will be fighting his way from 6th on the grid. So we'll see if he can make it 2 out of 2 when we get back after the break here on Apex Racing TV in the British Sim Racers Winter Series in the Rallycross cars.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made, 56 slides in at a 4, who's gonna be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Apex Racing TV for the second race of the day in the British Sim Racers Winter Series. In the Rallycross car, Adam Buff, Alex Simpson and Andrew Woodhouse. The commentary box for this one. It's all roles reversed. Thorstein Helgeson starts on the pole, Callum Spencer second, Ross McFarlane third, Steve Hefford fourth, Steve Burke fifth. Michael Evdoka, our race one winner, starting in sixth position. So good evening to Andrew Woodhouse as well.
Good evening.
And we'll hear from you later. Here we go then.
Oh, sorry, I didn't have anything else. Here we go.
Ready to start then is the two Northern Lights Beetles on the front row. And we're off. Hefford got a great start last time. It looks like he's got a similarly good start this time as we go into the first corner. Is it going to go well, is it?
I think Helgeson got hit from behind.
And off is Spencer.
He might have time to get back in though because, well, he's still got time while the rest of them are fighting it out.
Helgeson leads then. First time today that a Ford has led. Then it's Ross McFarlane in second. Lost third position on the final lap of race one. He's up to second here.
Oh, yeah. That was a weird line that he took there. I will say that even with only 6 cars, right, they're good drivers that we've got left, so it should be, you know, it's going to be good.
We were saying at the
got
top
some of the better drivers in the series actually who are still there.
We were saying at the beginning of the broadcast as well, it probably mirrors an actual rallycross event with the amount of cars that we've got in the field today.
It's almost like a rallycross Grand Prix almost, isn't it, in terms of the length that they do. It's a little bit longer than a normal race.
Evdoka versus Burke then as they come out of the final corner. Beetle versus Beetle here. Evdoka going to the inside into the first corner, but no way through.
The driver's saying this is a hard track, Alex, in terms of...
Haven't really heard any feedback, to be honest, so it's hard for me to say.
I mean, it was really good on Tuesday night, wasn't it?
It looks like it might be quite challenging. Who was that with slow down? McFarlane.
Back keeping it clean most of this, Adam, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, the drivers were saying during qualifying that they were learning the track as they were going along. Particularly Ross McFarlane as well, I think, picked up a slowdown penalty there, and this means that everyone has gained a position.
Everyone's go flying at the top of the hill as well. We're down onto the main oval course again. Between
Evdoka and Burke starting to intensify. We saw Evdoka try and get a move done. Burke not the best line there, going for the penultimate corner. Could get done here as we come across the line, start lap 3.
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? And Evdoka around the outside, saw a couple of people pull that off on Tuesday night. Oh, so close to contact going through there, but saw a couple of people pull that off on Tuesday night, Adam. But difference is these cars are more prone to sliding in the middle of the corner. Hefford's getting interested in it as well now.
Yeah, Evdoka did just exactly what he said there. He was sliding through the middle of the corner, still doing it now as we go into the back section of the circuit towards the carousel.
He actually found himself on the outside. Unable to get anything done on there, on the Evdoka. McFarlane's still around. Spencer's had another problem, I think, because he's 12 seconds behind this lot. So I think he must have had another spin somewhere, I think.
Could very well be. Effort again. Oh, sorry, Burke again, very, very wide, going for the penultimate corner. Inviting pressure. The Beetle, the Doritos Beetle from Evdoka here as we start lap 4, approaching the halfway mark of this second race already.
And good for Helgeson, isn't it? He's not really had the pace of most of these drivers for most of the season, really, Alex, but he's showing his mettle now.
Yeah, no, and this is exactly what happened in the last race. If it weren't for a slowdown for Stephen, he had had an opportunity to walk it. These guys are all battling it out and letting Thorstein just slowly eke away. It's only a few tenths of a second a lap, but gap is building.
Evdoka then under braking, trying to get past Stephen Burke. All cars grab for second place. Burke, Evdoka, Hefford, McFarlane. Back down the hill we go again. It's Beetle, then Ford, then Beetle. Odd one out is Steve Hefford. Beetle looking the more favoured car, we were saying earlier on as the season progresses. Ironic, because the Beetle is the free car in iRacing and the Ford is the one you've got to pay for.
The Ford was good last week, though, wasn't it? So, would not surprise me to see it coming back into the fort. Close in there, isn't it?
Yeah, he tried to get the move done around the outside there, hit the curb, and the car's still trying to recover after that. This is where Hefford seems to be at his best.
Well, this is a good. Oh, and Evdoka late on the brakes. Too late. And look at.
That worked.
What a drift.
He only lost one place there, Stephen Burke. That could have been a lot worse, couldn't it?
And McFarlane fancies a shot of the action.
Evdoka did say that he was struggling on the brakes last week. One of the reasons why it's necessarily made some contact with a couple of drivers.
The Doritos bumper has definitely been bitten there by Steve Hefford. Then after that, he's down to second position.
Chips out of it.
Oh, he's having it. Everyone's having a dip for that third position. That was bad. The final corner then onto
Alex, can you
six.
think of any? I'm out.
I was miles away there as well.
Oh, Stephen Burke. Those wheels are more hot than a Doritos Red Hot Chili.
That's not the best, but it's all right. We'll get going.
It's becoming
the
more
brakes will be, I tell you.
The show's becoming more cheesy than a Doritos tangy cheese flavour.
Oh, very good.
As they go
It's neither cool or original.
into the carousel then, McFarlane trying his best to hold back Evdoka, who probably is one of the quickest drivers in the field today. Won the opening race by quite some margin.
In fairness, other crisps are available. However, I do think that I didn't actually think I'd see the day when we did an iRacing race, Alex, where there are actually more flavours of Doritos than there are cars on the track. But it's happened.
Yeah, it has. I mean, in fairness, I've done one with just one red car on the track, so
Well,
we're not quite there.
That was one car left. That wasn't one car starting. They all binned it, didn't they? Is it NASCAR?
But I think only 3 or 4 started, to be honest.
Oh dear, no.
At least they can still hit each other.
Well, Callum Spencer will be licking his chops on this. He might get a chance to get some places.
Where is he?
Or maybe not.
He's just coming into the first corner. They've both got going again. Bit too far away. He's now 8 seconds behind Evdoka, and that's after the spin.
Stephen Burke will be happy anyway. Nobody interfering from behind.
Lap 7 then, and I think that pretty much means that the battles are pretty much over. I think Evdoka and McFarlane are the closest two, and there's about a good second and a half between them now. What this does mean is that Callum Spencer will now be in contention for the reverse grid pole. I say in contention, he will be the reverse grid pole. As things stand, as Helgeson comes across the line and start the penultimate lap.
Let's see the lap time of Hefford then. First unimpeded lap, goes half a second quicker, but 2 laps to go. He's going to need a lot more than that in order to, well, in order to make anything of it, really. Helgeson driving well smoothly. Has led all 7 laps. I don't think that the fact that a lot of the drivers, I think, would have had to buy the track has helped the numbers either, Alex, because we saw numbers dip in the MX-5s as well, and that's usually a 40-car field. So
yeah, look, exactly what we said at the start of the race. It's mainly down to the track. For the halving of the turnout we had last week.
Oh.
To be fair, I didn't have the track, so I was one of them. Thorstein Helgeson through the final corner there to take the start of the final lap. Michael Evdoka has passed Ross McFarlane. Don't know how it happened. Oh, it's because McFarlane went way off.
Evdoka's just drifting it around now.
A drift that went wrong, I think, for Ross McFarlane.
Oh, Evdoka making a mess of it. Getting in McFarlane's way.
White flag for these two then. Wrap for the top.
Oh, he's got to slow down Evdoka. McFarlane back through into 4th. Sorry, Adam.
Oh, well, Ross McFarlane with the... He's trying to get the drift done. Look at these two. Synchronised drifting.
Oh, there's Spencer, look. Not completely out of it.
Oh,
One of them, surely.
Helgeson driving well. He lost another 4 tenths to effort on that lap, but he can afford to do that because
Oh,
all about just making it to the end now.
these three are loving this, aren't they? Callum Spencer gets past Evdoka, who gets pushed down to last.
Won that
Spencer.
reverse grid pole.
Oh, look at Spencer. Oh, that's not gone well.
Here comes Helgeson, he's going to win it. Adam.
There we go. Final corner, Thorstein Helgeson wins the second race of the day.
Oh, Spencer loses it on the crest.
Look at McFarlane.
Oh.
That's the handbrake in motion there. Hefford's got second, Burke's got third. Ross McFarlane, here he comes to get fourth place. Where he's going, there he goes. Hits the apex well there with that drift, and then final corner. And then again, he's going to get fifth place, and it's going to be Evdoka, I think. Callum Spencer. No, it was Callum Spencer, yeah, I think.
No, it is Evdoka.
Yes.
Then it's Spencer coming across now. Spencer spinning on the first lap didn't help him. But yeah, that's... Well, I will take you through the results then. It's going to be a difficult one, I think, this one. Thorstein Helgeson wins by 2 seconds. Good performance by Helgeson. Started on pole, led every single lap, won the race. That's all you can ask from any driver in any race. Steve Hefford in second place. Managed to get through the pack. And, well, he was quick, wasn't he? And just too much of a gap to catch up to Helgeson. Stephen Burke in third. And Ross McFarlane fourth, Michael Evdoka fifth, and Callum Spencer in sixth.
Go. And yeah, just like in race this one, it's going to be roles reversed for the third race of the day. Spencer on the pole, Evdoka second, McFarlane third, fourth will be Burke, fifth Hefford, and sixth will be our race 2 winner, Thorstein Helgeson. So 2 different winners tonight. Will we make it a third different winner in race 3? Tell you what, when it's all said and done tonight, only 2 drivers in this field won't have won the race. And I'm sure they don't want to be one of them. So join us after the break when find out who will be winning race 3 here on Apex Racing TV.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be into the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
join us at the end of lap 1 here on Apex Racing TV. Apologies everybody, but they advanced the session 2 minutes early. What are you going to do? BSR Rallycross Championship as Steve Hefford now starts to get into Callum Spencer as we've got an epic duel for the lead. Andrew Woodhouse.
Hello, Adaba. Michael Woodhouse. He's oh dear, here we go. This could play into the hands of
Helgeson. Oh.
6 Northline Helgeson. Next time they're trying to get through. Docker then inside of Spencer. Spencer all the way around the outside, big old wall of death. Didn't really work, didn't get the grip that he needed. Hefford hits the curb. Hefford a bit sideways.
Oh.
Cuts in front of Burke there.
To get on the anchors there. The only person that's missing from this battle is Ross McFarlane, who's a good 4 seconds behind.
Because he was hit at the beginning.
Yes. Through the final corner, Steve Hefford.
What, already?
Hefford beat Spencer then into the first corner. Such a wide entry, it does invite the move on the inside as Hefford hits that inside curve, trying to go around the outside, but I think they made contact there.
A few of these drivers will be needing to use the... Oh, here we go, Hefford and Burke. Well, I was going to say a few drivers will be wanting to use the memory wiping device.
The amnesia ray.
The amnesia ray, that was it. You mean the revolver? Yes.
Precisely. We all need to be wiping our own memory when it's finished as well.
Of this race, probably, yeah.
Well, Michael Avdoka is on...
Sorry.
Yeah, he's on course for a second win of the day at the moment. He's got a 2.4 second advantage over Callum Spencer, and Thorstein Helgeson is the 3rd surviving car as Steve Hefford is off somewhere on the circuit.
You need to wipe your own memory when you finished as well. Now, what's Spencer doing? Where was Spencer going, Alex?
No idea, just missed his line completely, didn't he? Just thought, oh well, we'll just run out wide. Serves to slow down straight away though.
Probably because he went wider than intended, I imagine. He went a longer distance. Helgeson having a good meeting. Best meetings he's had in ages.
Yep, last in race 1. No, second, yes. Yeah, last in race 1, first in race 2, second in race 3. But I don't think you can forgive anyone for finishing last in this. I think you can, sorry.
Yeah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Because they're all good. Oh my god, Hefford's rolled the car!
Oh, now that is after the first chicane. How did this happen? Hey,
Alex, you have to get that one on the screen.
Yeah, just look at the replay now, it's coming up.
I think it was one of those, you know, when the Mazda MX-5s like to roll when they have a bit of damage. That's what's happened with Stephen Burke. The front end just...
yeah, exactly. Bosh. Boy did well.
Almost as if like the anti-roll bars just get absolutely destroyed if you get a bit of damage and turn into a corner and away you go.
Looked like he almost got a bit, almost hit a corner, really weird one.
The F1 2010 invisible wall strikes again.
You'd have been at a dead stop. His car destroyed and wheels everywhere, Alex. We had that suffered that, didn't we, a few times?
Yeah, just a few.
It was like in Monaco, if you didn't destroy the corner on the first lap. Was it if you did destroy the corner on the first lap, then you would hit it?
You needed to like properly
smack
it off,
you needed to get rid of
like
it.
a little half knock or something.
That's right. Yeah. I think some of these drivers...
with a knock or two.
Yeah, I think... They've had the knock or two at least. That's a nice trip by McFarlane as he's trying to catch Callum Spencer. Sorry, not... Oh, that's the other way around. He's trying to catch Thorstein Helgeson. There's only 6 cars and we're keeping track of this, worse than most of the 60-car races that we do.
6 and 9, then 2/3 of the race gone. We can try and run you through the order. Michael Avdoka leads, and it's 4.2 seconds back to Helgeson in second. Then it's McFarlane third, Spencer his teammate in fourth, and then Stephen Burke in fifth, who's served a 4-second penalty. He's got a fast repair. That's what happened. Got his fast repair, got back out on the circuit. He currently sits in fifth, and then it's Steve Hefford in sixth, who at the moment doesn't look like he's going to be in contention for the reverse grid pole, because he's going to end up finishing more than a lap down. Also, this This Thursday means that we are getting ever closer to the return of the BSR TC. There's going to be 10 times as many cars on the grid, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Definitely, I'm hoping so. I think, I mean, that's going to be crazy. You know, that's going to be an absolutely ridiculous size of field in World GTs and the BSR TC.
Yeah, we've got the Ritmatech World Sports Car Challenge starting on Saturday afternoon on Apex Racing TV.
That should be good.
And then we've got the World GT Championship starting again Monday night.
Yeah, we've got a full slate on Apex Racing TV over the next coming months. We hope you can join us for it. We know there aren't many of you joining us tonight. Yeah, because the first 2 races were pretty good. Yeah, lack of drivers is sometimes, Alex, it can spread apart a little bit if there's just maybe an incident or two.
Yeah, it is.
Ducker slowing down and waiting for the rest of them, I think.
That is the only issue, isn't it, with small grid.
7 and 9 it then.
Lap 8 then, Adam. Sorry.
Yep, Madoka across the line he goes. 2 laps to go then. 3.6 second advantage. It is slowly coming down, but just like with Helgeson in race 2, I think it's going to get anywhere. I'm surprised Evdoka hasn't broken out the handbrake yet. Or maybe he is. There we go. Going through the southern chicane. Helgeson is second. Then it's McFarlane. Oh, isn't too far away to be fair. Just over a second behind the 4s, and he has been putting in some decent laps. 1:04.2 on the last one, just 2 tenths of a second quicker than Helgeson. So may have a chance of getting there if the Ford in front tries to make a bit of an error.
That should be interesting, this. If there can be a battle with 1 lap to go.
The good news for Steve Hefford is that he's still 1 lap down, so he will be on the reverse grid pole if he keeps going.
Good news for Stephen Burke is that even though he's 45 seconds behind, he still is on the lead lap and ahead of Steve Hefford.
Not a good day of your Steve. Oh, not a good race 3 of your Steve, that should be said.
Yeah.
Going through the final corner then. White flag is in the air. More ways than one, I think. Forsyth Helgeson may have to surrender to Evdoka here. The gap is just a bit too big.
Yeah, and it's not a very long lap here, so really not a lot you can do about it. We are going to go outside the circuit once more. I think into the wall might be... McFarlane was into the wall there, he was very close to it. Oi. Very close. Oh, not going to be a close call for Evdoka. Might be one for Helgeson and McFarlane, we'll see that, but Evdoka's going to go downhill down this right-hander and then the left-hander. Oh, the left-hander and then the right-hander onto the main course again.
Not long to go now. Michael Evdoka really looks like he's right at home in this VW Beetle as he comes through the final corner. A bit wide, and even if he does pick up a slowdown, it's not going to stop him from winning. Pick a flag in the air. Who wins tonight for Evdoka?
Helgeson getting second in the end. Ahead of McFarlane. Spencer's going to get 4th. He's going to be fairly happy, I think, with that. 5th is going to be Burke when he comes across. A couple of corners to go for, well, quite a few corners to go for him. Just on the outfield section. Making his way down the hill now. Into the main oval once more. This is the main oval course and onto the infield section now. A couple of chicanes to go. Around this big long left-hander onto the pitch straight for Stephen Burke. Finishes 5th and completes our race here at New Hampshire.
Right then, we can run you through the reverse grid. Once again, it's going to be he who finishes last shall be on the pole. Steve Hefford then wins. Slow and Steady wins the race to pole position. Steve Burke in second, 3rd Callum Spencer, 4th Ross McFarlane, 5th Thorstein Helgeson, and 6th Michael Evdoka. That is how they're going to line up for the final race of the day. 2 wins tonight for Michael Evdoka. Can he make it 3? He's going to be starting at the back of the grid though, so we'll wait and see here on Apex Racing TV. Join us after the break.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
On the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be into the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzed
It is the final race here in the BSR Winter Series. Just 2 more meetings to go after this one. Summit Point and Donington Park conclude the season. Steve Efford starts on the pole. Then it's Evdoka in second. Third is Forstein Helgeson. Fourth is Callum Spencer. That is wrong, completely wrong. It's Efford on the pole. Then it's Burke, Spencer, McFarlane, Helgeson, Evdoka, Foggy. I hope I was reading the right screen. We have got up to 7 cars. Nicole Foggy has joined us for the last one, and I think Andrew Woodhouse, he's got as good a chance of winning this as anybody else.
I think they've all got a chance. I think it's going to be really, really good. 7 cars on there. And to be honest, probably the 7 best drivers in Championship. Here we go, Adam.
We're off. Good start from the second row. And it is car 16, that is Callum Spencer trying to find a way through into the first corner. Everyone looks like they've gone through without going off.
Look at Burke.
Great start by Burke, sliding his way through. He is going to get passed though by Spencer, and here comes the other Northern Lights Racing Beetle of Ross McFarlane as well. Going to go around the outside, isn't he, as Evdoka takes a lot of curb through turn 4.
Yeah, and even more on the inside of 5. It's going to be close, this, I think, Alex, throughout the race, because all the drivers here are of some quality.
Yeah, I think we've seen pretty much all night, actually. The pack's been pretty close, and the pack has been pretty close. So everyone's had good little battles out there, so... Throw in Foggy in the mix, who hasn't done as much driving on here, I guess, as the others, so... not going to be able to run away with it, that's for sure.
Burke's going after Hefford, Adam, but it's not proving easy for him.
Steve Darby. Hefford v Burke.
Steve McLaren.
Well, we know where he'd be right now, I reckon. Probably wouldn't be able to qualify. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. DNPQ'd for the European Championships, yes indeed.
In a Ferrari. That's a perfect analogy, really. Golden generation, can't qualify.
Sliding.
Nicole Foggy has gained 1 position so far. Callum Spencer's drops to the back of the field.
Yeah, he went wide at the carousel, got on the gravelly bit, and slowed down a couple of seconds.
Sounds like a part of the Grand Tour test track, isn't it? When the celebrities go on the tricky
the gravelly
bit.
bit. Oh, Hefford, that'll be a slowdown. I would reckon that'll surely be a slowdown, Alex. He might have deserved that then.
Yeah.
Did he has?
He's
doing it. Back up speed in time. Oh, he might be able to. I think he can. Left-hander.
No, he's still serving it. He tried, but just didn't want to go away.
Burke versus McFarlane to 1.
And Evdoka as well, trying to get 3 out of 4 here.
Good line by Evdoka. Fairly straight.
Oh!
Now then.
Oh, he's gone too deep.
Oh, he might hit the tyre wall. Oh, he's avoided it. Oh, Evdoka, brilliant. Good bit of opportunistic driving up the inside there. Hefford still in 4th. Foggy in 5th. And 6th for Helgeson, sorry.
Yeah, Helgeson pretty much ending the evening the way he started it, at the back of the field. Same with Callum Spencer as well. He's in the pits, getting a new car.
2 laps down, Alex, and only 2 seconds between the top 6.
Great. That's what we want.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Foggy, and looks like his lap times are coming down as well, so he's starting to close back up on Hefford. So that's that little, little sub pack as well. So The end of this one. Oh, massive sideways moment. Opens the door there for Burke. Effort through. It's a little bit of a shove.
Burke sliding a bit too much though as well there.
Foggy's with them now as well.
I reckon once Foggy gets up to speed, he could be a real competition for everybody here.
Ford having a look around the outside, but enough to keep that momentum going there. Might get a good exit. He has got a good exit, Adam. He's nailed that.
He can get done into the carousel then. Burke doing a good job there. Fighting on the way out the Beetle as he tries to maintain his 4th position. Half a second between McFarlane and Udoka as well.
This is what I always say about motor racing in general. I remember we did a... Go on.
Udoka takes the lead.
Perfect timing. Udoka into the lead, McFarlane struggling there.
Damage to the front end as well.
Hefford surely going to have a go here. Might have aero damage, McFarlane. It's pretty close.
Must have been a slowdown for McFarlane there. Something just looked like he got out of it.
Yeah. Well, he's got quite a lot of cars behind him now. Through goes Steve Hefford. Next up it's going to be Stephen Burke. Goes right over to the inside to stop the Beetle getting by.
Foggy's still trying to figure out the right line as well in the middle part of the lap. I remember we did an ASRC sports car race, I think, last year, and myself and Sam Kumo, there were only about 6 cars in the field, but we only needed 2 of them to give us a fantastic race. And well, here we've only got 7, but we're getting a great race out of 6 of them.
Foggy then into the final few corners.
Wide.
Oh, as well.
Just sliding too much.
Nearly hitting the wall on the exit there as they come across the line to start lap 6.
Farland thinking about having a go.
Hefford's missed the corner by miles.
Yeah. Might keep second, but Burke just got the line, hasn't he? Momentum on the line. Hefford offline. Dirt on the tyres, Alex, and Foggy and Helgeson look pretty interested here.
Oh, wide line.
Oh. Foggy must have clipped the either the tyre barrier or part of the circuit on the exit, because he's now lost 5th to Helgeson.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what happened to Foggy. Udoka's laughing though, isn't he? He's away, and it's going to be 3 wins for him if he can keep going.
It's definitely going well for him. Really looked quick today. Started second last, let's not forget. If it wasn't for Foggy, he would have started stone dead last.
Paid immense for some errors and some technical issues last week. Etterton.
Hefford nearly hitting the wall on the exit. He's already hit it a few times today, from memory.
Foggy's getting close to Helgeson now, as well. 5th and 6th, Hefford 4th, but I don't know if you're struggling with the tyres, Alex, a bit, Hefford.
It hasn't done so far tonight.
Bad though, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, slow lap last time.
Getting understeer.
Not too long to go then. The 5.6 seconds separate the top 6, but if you take Udoka out of the equation, it's only 2.2 seconds that covers 2nd down to 6th place, so it is still on. 2nd place on back. Got to try and pick your places to get an overtake done around here, as Foggy tries to get past Helgeson.
Not the easiest place to overtake, is it?
It definitely isn't. In fact, I can only think of 1 or 2 places where it's pretty easy to try and get one done, but you've got to really catch the driver in front by surprise.
I think you're right, and quite a few corners where you can get, there's loads of corners where you can get alongside, but it's usually the momentum of the course and the way that the layout is what just carries you, what makes it more difficult to just complete the move. Laps to go.
Here we go then, on the exit of the circuit, on the exit of the oval section of the circuit, usually filled with trailers and whatnot for when the NASCAR series come here. One of my favourite NASCAR tracks, really, just because of how low the banking is. It almost drives like a short track. Ross McFarlane drifting his way through as we go back onto the oval section of the circuit. Stephen Burke still trying to hold back Steve Hefford as this battle for second continues to rage. Doka comes across the line. That's
very
wide
wide for McFarlane, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Maybe risking a slowdown, but it looks like he has got away with it as we start the final 2.46 kilometres of the evening. Burke sideways. Hefford not able to take advantage there.
Sorry, mate. Headphones were messing up there, but yeah, onto the back section. That's good. Oh, McFarlane very wide.
Oh.
Hefford jumping over the curb. Try and get on terms with Stephen Burke.
Have to be a do or die move here, really. It is race 4, so you can really do it and not have to worry about any retribution until the next race meeting.
Here comes Evdoka. Adam is onto the. He's back onto the main course again. He's ready to take the win.
Yeah, bit scrappy there. Having a bit of fun, I reckon, as he comes through the final corner. Slowdown penalty as well. Because of what he's done. He's going to have to see if he gets to the line. He wins. Hopefully.
Yeah, fuel.
I don't think he was out of fuel. He's still a drive.
It was the slowdown.
Hopefully he served it in time. We'll wait and see. Everyone flying across the line. It was Burke in the end ahead of Hefford. Foggy in 5th. He did get past Helgeson in the end. Everyone's finished. And
not around.
Perfect. Well, take the finishing order then. Michael Evdoka with the 3rd win of the night for him. Ross McFarlane in 2nd. Stephen Burke in 3rd. Steve Hefford in 4th. Eventful one for him. Nico Foggy in 5th. First race of the day and the only race of the day for him. Thorsten Helgeson in 6th. Callum Spencer we lost after just 2 laps.
There we go. Right, that is it from here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And yeah, we were alluding to it during the broadcast that we have got quite a lot of action coming up for you over the next few weeks. The motorsport season firing up again, and so it is as well on Apex Racing TV and iRacing as well. So Saturday, we have got the first ever race meeting in the Ritmatech World Sports Car Challenge. I will get the time up for you. That should be a good one.
2:45 UK time that broadcast starts.
Yes, and we are going to be at Virginia for that one. Going to be a great way to get that up and running. Then we head into the rest of the week. Monday, 8 o'clock. First race of the Race of World GT Championship. Sold out entry list. It'll be a good one.
There were 60 spots on that entry list, and I believe over 100 people applied for that. I was going to apply for it, and then I found out it was full.
There is nothing like it though on iRacing, to be fair. 3 races of 15 minutes in length. You don't see any GT races shorter than that.
Guys, we are going to have our hands full with that one, I think.
And then Tuesday, as always, the MX-5s continue. And of course, this Rallycross back going again on Thursday. And then looking a bit further ahead, Saturday the 24th, we have got some V8 supercar action coming to you from Zandvoort. But we'll keep you up to date with everything. And make sure you give this channel a subscribe as well. And give us a like and turn your post notifications on as well, so you know when we go live and you won't miss a second of the action. So that is it from here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway today. My thanks to Alex and my thanks to Andrew for both joining me in the commentary box for this one. And yeah, the next race meeting of the World Rallycross, the BSR Rallycross Championship, will be at Summit Point next week. And make sure you join us for that. That's going to be at 8:15 GMT. But we're out of time here, so thanks for watching and goodbye.